What's going on there, everybody? This is your man Slick 50.
Mi amo Polo J.
Here we go. Interpreter Polo J is on here, ladies and gentlemen, with nobody to interpret it for. but but hey, it is what it is, though. You heard me. I knew them cough. Excuse me in advance. My allergies messing with me, so if y'all hear me coughing like that's what it is. It's like everywhere I went today, man, everybody was cutting grass, yo. Like, what is going on? One of the ones where you gotta do one of them. Well,
Yes.
but yeah, man. Also, I ain't gonna lie, I'm Rico Suave Slick right now. You know, I'm back.
Oh,
Y'all done woke up the sleeping giant. So y'all thought, and I ain't even perfect yet. People already tripping. Beware. But I ain't gonna lie, it don't feel right. So we gotta put it on.
there he is.
There we go. Now we complete, right? Now we're complete. But yo, we got a show. Oh, before that, I know we said that we was gonna have some live content for y'all. That was still the plan, even though stuff got switcherooed around and we were supposed to go out there. That didn't happen. Then today we told y'all we was gonna have live content. I told you stuff could change. I'm telling you, you gotta take it with a grain of salt, but at the same time, they popped up with like limited media based on the package. And when I mean package C19. All right. And by that happening, you know, they were saying go get rapid tests, and some people weren't getting rapid. You weren't gonna get your test results back for 3 days. Or you had to make an appointment, not the rapid test, but if you had to make an appointment to get a rapid test. If you did a regular test, you're not getting back in 3 days. So we are hoping to have the weigh-in. Y'all already know we're gonna be live with the fight regardless. But the weigh-in we are definitely trying to get, and we send our apologies to you guys because we know we haven't let y'all down yet. You know, but we stand on ours, man. You know what I mean? And we like to mean what we say. So, but nevertheless, you still got us though. Don't matter. We still gonna keep it lit. We gonna keep it live over here. You know what I mean? E-Dub, what's happening? Chappelle, what is going on, man? Two of the most loyal fans we got right now. But yo, but some interesting news came across. It's ironic because I thought about it that do I want to talk about that story first? Let's lean into it. Let's talk about Ugas Pacquiao with Pacquiao running his mouth, ladies and gentlemen. This man, I got a poll up right now, you know, who y'all think gonna win, you know, based on the height, reach, all the good things. I even went back and looked at the Ugas and Sean Porter fight, you know, given that Sean Porter's short, just like Pacquiao and all of that. The good thing that I saw about Ugas, if he can do it and just don't let up on it, is that jab.
Well,
He has a very good jab.
I don't think that's enough for a superior boxer like Manny Pacquiao. True enough, that would be something that you could stick with against a Sean Porter or somebody like that fights that style. But somebody who's going to be constantly bouncing around you, you know, a dancer, a ballerina in the ring. So, you know, not to be disrespectful, but, you know, somebody who's light on his feet, somebody who's always going to be on the move and always circling you and circling around you. I don't think a jab is just enough. You're going to have to establish some kind of roughness.
No, I don't think it's gonna be enough neither. And I think he got a chance with it, but he has to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? And the reason his jab was nice in that fight, he didn't just shoot it straight. He shot it where that man's head was, and it was on point. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if he can keep that type of accuracy against, of course, a faster fighter, all right, it would disrupt a lot. But will it be enough? No. You know what I'm saying? Because what's a lot to Ugas is not a lot to Manny. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you on that. but it gave me a little bit of hope that this will be an interesting fight. I don't think it's going to be a slaughter. Um, I do believe Manny takes it. I don't think Manny knocks him out at all, but I think Manny takes it. But for his guys, I didn't see, never seen him throw an overhand. I watched 3 fights. I ain't never seen a man throw not one overhand.
Well, you got to look at his opponents. Overhands are usually dictated by the opponent that you're facing. The punches that you throw is always dictated by the opponent that you're facing. Some things you can get away with against, I don't know, just a regular Joe Schmo. You can't get away with against like a Sean Porter. You get what I'm saying? And
vice versa. There though. It was there.
It was there, but do you think it would have stopped Sean?
No, but I think it wouldn't have been I don't know. I don't think it would have stopped him, but I think he would have had a better shot. Because I think Ugas won that fight.
Oh no, I'm a firm believer that he won that fight.
I think it would have won decision, but I think it would have made enough impact. Because I mean, you know, he had already made enough impact. Really, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if he needed to make any more, I think that shot was there. It was there countless time when that man kept trying to bull rush in and all that stuff. He would have walked right into it because by the 5th, 6th round, he was like in desperation mode. It was like, I got to get inside. I got to get inside. You know what I'm saying? He was frantic. You know, he was real frantic where he would have walked into it. But nevertheless, man, this is going to be a dope fight. You're going to hear me say it again. I think it's going to be a dope fight. Styles make fights. I didn't realize how much taller Ugas was than him until I saw them stand side by side. So if you saw the Margarito fight, that was an interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a tall fighter, so we're going to catch a glimpse of maybe old Manny where, you know, with taller fighters, he tends to swing a lot harder. You know, like chopping a tree down. So we may see a glimpse of that. You know what I mean?
And if you notice, when he fights a taller fighter, he doesn't move around. He goes a lot more forward with taller.
More forward, in and out style like this.
Yeah,
in and out.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know how to call this fight.
I don't know it either. I mean, I know, man. I'm gonna say Manny winning. I'm gonna say that, but I ain't gonna lie. Does it take the place of Earl Spence? Not by far, but it is a good fight. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good fight, and I'm not just hyping it up to go buy it. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying that because if I had a chance to watch it on regular TV, I'd watch it on regular TV. But what I'm saying is, it's a good one. You know what I'm saying? It's a good one.
For the past week or so, week and a half or so, I was saying that there's no chance that Ugas is going to win, and this is, in my opinion, is going to be a wash. But recently, for the past couple of days, I've been watching more and more Ugas.
I
don't know, man. Ugas might pull this one out.
What the thing is to pull him out, man. I think you may agree with this, but his conservative style, waiting for that moment, he can't do that.
See, it's going to have to take something in the ring to wake him up.
Right. He can't wait for that moment. You know, he'll wait for that moment, then he'll unload, and he wait. You know, he's going to have to establish respect right away. We talking about a man that's not going to wait. He's not going to wait. He's going to come get his.
See, he's coming to get his. The thing that's unique about this fight, if you look at Ugas's fights and you look at Pacquiao's fights, when the wood claps for the last 10 seconds, they both put on.
Well, yeah.
So
it's just Ugas is the more conservative of the two, though.
But he's the more conservative. But once that 10-second thing hits, that's when he starts rushing.
Oh yeah, right.
He starts rushing in also. So these rounds are going to be won in the last 10 seconds of each of the rounds.
I can see that, and I definitely can see Manny doing it. So yeah, I totally agree with you, and I hope that happens. I hope that happens, but I also don't hope that they try to fill each other out for 4 rounds, 5 rounds, and I hope Ugas don't be timid, and you got Pacquiao trotting talking about like, come on, you know what I'm saying? And he just, that's the part I'm hoping on. I'm hoping doesn't happen because a part of me can see Ugas still want to play his game. You see what I'm saying? And not understanding you are going against a legend. He got more favoritism already than you. So that's gonna work a little more than you being a paper champion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said, and also Manny talking mad stuff. Man, they been talking stuff all morning. His English done got better. I say, y'all, he must have hooked up with teacher Polo or something, man, because he talking English real well. He said, you know what this man said, Polo?
What?
He said, I want to fight Earl Spence and I want to fight Terrence Crawford.
You know, I spent a little bit of time in the Philippines, in Manila and places like that. I was teaching, English to the youth.
Oh, okay.
I guess Manny picked up on a little of it.
Okay, I see. Because he said that clear. He said it's not nice to take a belt from somebody that you didn't beat. Then they asked him, would you fight Earl? He said, yeah, I want to fight Earl, and Earl wouldn't fake this. He worked too hard to fake this injury, and he said he wants to fight Terrence Crawford. Words out of his mouth. He was asked a simple question. He went to rambling. So, will Mr. Senator run for president? We don't know now. The man, and then he said that, now I'm paraphrasing this, basically, I'm thinking that what he wanted to say was, let's see after this fight. Like, let's see how he feels after this fight. Because he says his mind feels 20 years old. But he knows he's not 20 years old. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that. Usually, somebody who sees it like the way he is, and a man like that, you say what you say and you mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? So he probably does.
No. He want to fight them. No, I'm saying they was asking, was it his last fight? And he said that he wanted to see. He was trying to get the words together. But I think he want to see if after, because he said his mind. In another interview, he was saying that he know in his mind he feel like he's 20 years old. He in his 20s, but he know he not in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like he got no sense about that. But come on back with Dave Chappelle. Come on back, Manny. Would love to see that one, especially when you said Bud. Now, yes, sir. He deserves
it. For these young guys, it's a lose-lose situation. Because think about it. You and Pacquiao are the same age.
Man, did you just tell the world how old I am?
It's okay.
Come on, man. I know I don't look my age.
It's okay. My God. We do not engage in ageism. That's age racism. You know what I'm saying?
You're shaming me right now. You're shaming me right now.
I'm not shaming.
Shame. No, I'm playing, y'all.
I'm not shaming. But if they lose to Manny,
hey, they don't gain. Yeah. It don't matter if he go 12. You got beat, buddy.
You got beat.
You got beat by old man.
If you win, you beat up.
Oh man, that's why I said that fight. Okay, I thought you were gonna say something, but yeah, I was saying that like it's really nothing to gain, but status to say, hey, guess what? I fought Manny Pacquiao. That's about all, and it's some money. But I don't care. People today, somebody was trying to tell me that do means something. If he beat Pacquiao, man, you know how old Pacquiao is. That's why I look at it. He was supposed to beat him. You know, how does that count when we sit here and say, well, Mayweather didn't fight nobody in a prime. He picked him at the right time. But then we'll turn around and say, if Earl Spence beats Pacquiao, that really means something?
That's what I was saying.
You can't do that. You can't have it both ways, man. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do it. So
like over the past few months, I've even been saying this fight means nothing for Earl Spence, honestly.
Right.
It means nothing. All this fight does is just help him in negotiations with somebody like a Terrence Crawford or something like that. But other than that, this fight holds no weight for him.
Right. It looks good. It looks good on paper because it ain't gonna have his age next to it. It ain't gonna have. It's gonna take boxing aficionados to say, but he was 40, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know, but when you look at it at his resume when he retired, it ain't gonna say Manny Pacquiao age, blah blah. It's not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's gonna look good on paper there, but to us, it's like it's exciting to see if the old man can do it, because that's what excitement is. Can he do it?
I mean, that's like me going to the nursing home and beating up the nursing home bully.
Right, exactly.
What do
But you know, and I know they tried to squeeze it in there. Can Earl take out Pacquiao? I believe he can, but at the
I
same
don't.
time, the real question was he should be able to. If you really went by, if he wasn't a freak of nature, if this was just some regular boxer up in age, Earl would demolish this dude. If he was not a Manny Pacquiao, we wouldn't be questioning that.
See, but here's my thing.
In all fairness, we wouldn't be questioning that.
Honestly, this is going to get controversial. I don't think Earl is what people think he is.
What? You don't think Earl's the truth?
No.
How dare you, sir?
I don't think he is what people think he is. Yes, he's a good fighter, but he's fighting people he's supposed to beat. He's supposed to beat Mikey. But did he put Mikey down? No. Okay, he's supposed to beat Danny because Danny's only out here for the check. The only stiff competition that he's had was Sean. And that was a barely win, even though a win is a win is a win. But if you look at that fight, brother was losing.
Yeah.
So is the truth actually a lie?
Man, Earl is the truth. I don't care what you say.
You're starting to sound like them brothers over there on the south side.
Earl, let me tell you something. Earl is the truth. He tells the truth. Right? He is the truth. You know what I'm saying? He got 2 belts, yo.
This sounds like 2 belts. This sounds like hyperbole.
Oh my goodness. Let me pull my phone out and see what that meant. Did he just curse me out?
Look. This sounds like a bunch of hogwash.
Now you're talking about hogwarts. Look. No, I'm just messing around. I agree partially. I think Earl is still special. I just think that he needs really somebody to push him to the narrative, like to an even higher level. Like he did pull out the knockdown on Shine. I can't take that away from him. I can't call that an accident, but that was the deciding factor in that fight, and he did pull it off.
Well, okay, since we're going to go with that and we're going to go with narrative, let's tell the story then of that fight. Let's tell the story of the rounds and everything. What set up that?
Story time. Yay!
What set up that punch?
I know. I saw it, man. I just didn't want to. Yeah, he cheated, but it's dirty stuff happening in boxing, man. He I think it was a hook or something like that, and he pulled his head down, and that's what set it up. Set that hook up. He pulled his head down, clipped him with a hook. That did it. Yep. But nevertheless, he was the first to think to do it. So that's strategy. No, I'm playing.
Hey, we can go with the old school Eddie Guerrero mantra. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. We can go with live cheating still. We can go with that.
Shout out to Earl, man. I think Earl's still special. I just think like Shine brought the best out of him, and hey, he did what he had to do, bro.
He's only special to some. He's only special to the he's only special to the average.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think he's average?
I think he's above average.
Okay, I will respect that. Because boy, if you said he was average, I'm like, what? Like, I think because if you would have said he was average, you know what that would have said about boxing? An average guy got both belts. Like, really, what is going on right now?
I mean, he's just slightly above average. He's a BB plus.
I'll give him that. Now I likes that great. That's what I wouldn't give him an A plus.
No,
but BB plus, yes, I give him that.
So he's just better than average. He's just better than average.
I got you. Well, you made it sound a lot better with the grade.
So is he what people are making him out to be?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
B,
yeah, I'll
B
say
is
that.
passing. We're not saying that B isn't passing,
Uh-huh.
but you get that report card, you're gonna get a lot more hugs and kisses for A's than you are for B's.
True.
B's is gonna be, oh, I know you did good. You tried. You tried.
I think
B's
I,
you tried.
I
But
think
you
what's
just
making
not
that
there.
happen is because he's starting to be real selective with his fights. He wants the most lucrative fights, but I think that could also be because of underlining stuff that we probably don't know about, like injuries, things that happen in an accident, and this is just my opinion or me just thinking, you know what I mean? Because when he came back, Danny was flat footed as I don't know what. So, and it was a nice name, and it made it look like he was coming back to fight a real dog. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then hold on. Do you get
But
credit
to get
for
to
who
this
you fight
status,
or how you perform?
you get for both.
It can't be both ways.
Yes, you can. I'm about to explain to you how. You could be on your worst day and go fight a nobody, and you gonna look good. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
It's
You
not
go
the
get you a 4
same.
round. Go get you an amateur that's only fought 10 rounders and go put a 12 rounder in there that's been fighting his whole life, and he gonna look and catch him on the way, catch him with the flu and throw him in there. He gonna still look better than that dude that's 10 rounds. That's a 10 rounder that's younger and fresher.
Look,
So it matters. It matters. That's why.
no,
Because then
I
I mean,
don't agree.
so then we saying styles don't make fights. Then
Styles do make fights, but
the styles are attached to the names.
who you fight and how you perform cannot be in the same category. They cannot. They cannot. Because, okay, put it like this. Miguel Cotto, an absolute monster in his time. Yeah. Absolute monster in his time. Does he get recognition and credit for the way he performed in there against Manny Pacquiao?
What you mean by that? Like, I'm not.
Does he get recognition? Does he get seen as, wow, that was a true contender, a true champion, a true phenomenal fighter for getting in there and performing the way he did against Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah, he get recognition for it, but I don't think he gets slaughtered for it.
I'm not saying he should get slaughtered. I don't think he should be even talked about for that fight. The story of that fight is Manny, not him.
Right, but he took on another champion though.
He got owned.
The greatest round in history. You can't talk about Hagler and not talk about Hearns. He was part of the fight.
You're talking about a different era of fighting.
Man, what do you mean? So you telling me that fight was garbage?
What, the Hagler Hearns?
No, I know that wasn't garbage. I'm talking about the Manny and Cotto.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No. That was just a display of greatness on Manny because people were shocked.
Oh, whoa.
People were shocked.
Finish your statement about Manny.
Say what? I said that was a true display of greatness. But look, I'm not saying that like he was great before. People thought Manny was gonna get rocked. People thought Cotto had his number.
Stupid people.
Bruh. Style make fights. You can't say that like that, bro. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that, bro.
I am. I'm
I will not.
It's just the simple fact that
I wish I had a gavel. I need a gavel. This is blasphemy right here. Somebody put this dude in contempt. He's tripping.
I will not be denied. I will not be denied. You will hear me.
Put him in the back. Put him in the back. But no, for real, man. No, man. Manny great. And he displayed greatness that day when he knew people was doubting him. He showed that he wasn't gonna back down. That stuff counts. If there was no Manny, that fight wouldn't happen. We wouldn't even be talking about it. And it still gets talked about today because of both of them.
The main topic of discussion is Manny.
Yeah, but you still gonna talk about Cotto.
No, you're not gonna say anything about Cotto.
I am.
Manny performed phenomenally. Look at the way he put hands on him. Look at how he danced on him.
So you just gonna have a conversation like that and not mention Cotto's name?
What's there to mention about the loser?
They ain't gonna know who you talking about.
You
See?
bring up the topic.
You got
you have to bring up the
mention his
topic.
name somehow, some way.
You have to
Somehow,
bring up the topic.
man.
See what that is. That's a red herring. What you're doing, you're trying to deflect and convert the argument to fit your narrative.
No,
which is not going to work in this situation because I know I'm right. I know
How
I'm
you
right.
know you right. I know I'm right. Look, so all these great fights, man. Just only the winner matters.
Only the winner matters. You from St. Louis, 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers.
That's a fact. But what I'm saying is, I liked how you did that. But I'm saying though, at the end of the day, that's a fact. That's a fact because I am number one, and I know I'm right. See, I threw that right back. But anyway, look, at the end of the day, no, for real, man. No, all seriousness. That fight it'll be one of the fights that'll be brought up. If there was a time capsule of all some of the greatest fights, you had to fill it up. That fight will be in there.
No,
because
no. I mean, I'm sorry, but heck,
without Cotto, you would have saw that display of greatness.
That's not dominated. He would fights,
huh?
That's not even in his top 10.
Y'all hear this, man? I think he's trying to get me.
Manny Pacquiao's top 10.
He's trying to have me like Yosemite Sam out here. I'm about to blow my top. Look, what?
That's not even in Manny Pacquiao's top 10 of fights. That's Miguel Cotto is not even one of Manny Pacquiao's top 10 opponents. Hey, you could twist.
I don't believe it.
Call cap. You could do all of that, but I know I'm right. He's not even in the top 10 of his opponents.
And you better not put all the Marquez fights in there.
I could put 2 of Marquez fights in there. Just 2.
Bruh. Or Morales.
Mm-hmm.
Those was wars. Cotto. I'm putting Cotto in there. I don't care what you said. I'm putting Cotto in there, bro.
Jeff Horn was a good fight. Jeff Horn was a better fight than Miguel Cotto.
Huh?
The Jeff Horn fight was a better fight than Miguel Cotto's.
Bruh. Do ya?
Hey.
I can't even see you, boy. I can't, but
the Shane Mosley fight was a better fight.
Yeah, Shane. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. That's like one of the same fights, though.
No, it was. You can't even put Shane Mosley and Miguel Cotto in the same sentence. When it comes to competition, no. Oscar De La Hoya was a better fight.
Yeah, that was.
Marco Antonio Barrera was a better fight.
Yeah, it was. But what I'm saying, but you're not hearing me, man.
Eric Morales was a better fight.
It was a fight, and it counts because he discounted Cotto, bro. The boogeyman. He made the man take knees. Nobody's did that to Cotto. No Cotto, that wouldn't happen. Nobody would remember that. Same thing with Sugar Shane Mosley. He popped Sugar Shane. I remember. Sugar Shane was on the ground before he knew it. He looked up like, how did that happen?
Victor Velasquez put on a better display in his loss than Miguel Cotto did.
Man, you gonna get up off Miguel Cotto, bro. Miguel Cotto.
Juan Manuel Marquez put up a better display.
You making it sound no, Marquez did not.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No. Heck no.
I mean,
man, look, you trying to be controversial, man. That's what you doing.
Boonai put up a better fight against him than Cotto did.
No.
Yes, he did.
No, you need to go watch some
Boonside beat him.
You need to go watch some stuff, man.
Boonside beat him.
You get beaten, not get your butt whooped.
But it was a better fight.
Not letting it go. I'm gonna move on. We'll move on.
If you want to be even more controversial, even though he got his butt whooped, Adrian Broner put up a better fight than Miguel.
Oh my God! Are you? I'm gonna be quiet, man. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this blasphemy?
I'm just playing with that one.
Y'all hear this? You hear this?
I'm just playing with that one.
Mute that man, ladies and gentlemen. Mute him. He has been muted. All right. I'm sorry for all the blasphemy that y'all had to endure, but we all know Miguel Cotto is one of the greats and will always will be. That's all I got to say. You are now on
He never beat the top 5 in his own weight class.
He's still talking dirty. You hear this dude? Yeah. Oh my God, man.
Whatever.
Cotto's not garbage, bro.
He's not garbage. He's not garbage.
You make it sound like it. You make him sound like he's garbage. You sound like you campaign. You know, he was average. Now you campaigning for garbage. You trying to take him from here to here.
Well, I never said Cotto was average. Those words never came out of my mouth.
This guy right here, man, he tripping. Polo tripping. Ain't he Maverick? Tell him.
He's slightly below average.
Tell him he tripping. He is tripping.
I mean, he's all right.
Stop it. I ain't trying to hear that, man.
I mean, he's not.
Cotto, the truth, man. He wasn't a boogeyman for nothing, and he gonna sit here and say
boogeyman.
That fight was
7
garbage.
people who didn't put the boogeyman down in a row.
So what?
I can name people who didn't put the boogeyman down in a row.
No, man. That's after he came back. You talking old stuff. Young Cotto wasn't like that. Don't go there. You trying to act like when he came back with the tattoos.
Judge you based off of your recent performances.
Man,
right
look,
or wrong? Right or wrong? Can we judge? Are we judging boxers off their past or their recent?
I'm not doing that because you tear stuff apart. It all go together, but you trying to make it seem like he was garbage. Now, the later years when he came back with the tattoos and he got Freddie Roach and he was on a little win spree and he started losing like crazy. All right, fine. Okay. But you're not going to tell me back when you're not going to tell me back when Pacquiao and him got down. He was a garbage fighter.
No, we're going to dissect this fully now.
No. He's trying. Y'all see what he's doing? He's trying to. I'm not going to let him do it.
I'm not flipping any narrative.
No,
I'm not.
No.
I am just stating the facts.
You try. That's not fact. You try to make that man look bad.
His only. Okay, you want to go there? Let's go there.
I ain't do that. You doing it?
His own. Let's be honest about Miguel Cotto.
Oh,
let's be honest.
Here we go.
His only reputable wins. Are against Antonio Margarito and Sergio Martinez.
Bruh, Margarito cheated him.
And he beat Shane Mosley. I'll give you that. But when you start talking about greatness, Sean Porter's better than him. He lost to Antonio Margarito.
So hold on. So you telling me right now? Nope. You're not going to say that. It's that.
And he lost to Saddam Ali. Who the heck is Saddam Ali?
Look, you don't know fuck Saddam. See, you gotta watch it. But look, you are not going to tell me that you can put Sean in the same ring, right?
I would have Sean beating Miguel Cotto.
Cotto would have towed him out the frame. Way more heavier hitter than Sean.
And what empirical data do you have to support that argument?
His fights.
Go. Okay. Like I said, Saddam Ali, Saul Cinnamon, Austin Trout.
Yeah.
Really?
Austin Trout was a good boxer in the beginning.
Yes, he was. He lost to Floyd. We all know what happened in that fight.
But it's like what Maverick said though. When Margarito cheated him and lumped him up like that, man, That boy, man, was not the same after that, man.
He lost to Manny, Margarito. I give you that. I'll give you all that. But everybody else on his ledger is what, a C minus at best? D plus?
You can look at Manny, half them cats you don't know neither on Manny stuff.
Hold on. That's a false. That's a falsity. That's a falsity. Let's go to Manny's profile. Let's take a look at
Manny is not great.
Let's take a look at Manny's ledger. Because Manny already, at this point in time, is a top 5 boxer of all time. Let's look at his ledger. And I guarantee his ledger looks a hell of a lot better than Miguel Cotto's.
I could say that. But what I'm saying is still, he got more fights than Cotto.
And he has more reputable wins than Miguel Cotto.
He got more fights than Cotto.
But he has more reputable wins. What wins? What do you have
in the beginning of his resume? Go read the beginning of his resume.
The beginning of Manny's resume? Well, these are a lot of Filipino
17 years old.
And what, 1995? I'm looking.
How many fights he fought before he got to fight somebody that you know that had a reputable name?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Who?
I know about Renato Mendoza.
Not you know about him. Everybody knows him.
But
notable.
You asked what notable fighter that I recognize.
No, I recognize. Notable. What? That dude's not notable. He's not a household name. What notable fighter did he have? That's my point. He has more fighters. He has more fights. Of course, later on this year, he fought more champions than that man did. Not to mention, Cotto took like a year and a half, or I think it was almost 2 year layoff before he came back. You remember that? He came back with a full sleeve of tattoos and all types of stuff.
So you telling me that Boonsai is garbage?
But I don't want to lose track of the conversation. I'm not saying that he's better than. I don't want people coming to think I'm saying that Cotto is better than Pacquiao. What I'm saying is Cotto made that fight great. You know why? Because if it wasn't no Cotto, we wouldn't have got that display of greatness from Pacquiao.
Want to tell you what I seen? I seen Manny Pacquiao dancing around the heavy bag.
And why was he doing that?
Because he was sparring. He got paid to spar.
Who?
Miguel Cotto. That's who he got paid to spar. The fight was never close.
No, it was not close.
You got to take your feelings out of it. You got to take your feelings out of it, buddy.
Cotto, no, ain't no feelings. Cotto elevated him, took him to another level. The reason Pacquiao was hitting that bag is because of who? He trained for Cotto.
All you're doing is making an argument that Pacquiao is far more superior than him.
Yeah, but you can't do that without knowing who you're fighting and training.
But sometimes, look, man, we're going nowhere with this one.
Nah, man, so names do go with styles. Styles make fights for a reason.
Styles do make fights. I've never denied that. It's just,
but the style has a name attached to it.
Some of the names attached to the style is like,
yeah, but Cotto ain't one of those. Cotto, not. I mean, for real, I don't think if you had replaced Cotto, you would not got that same level of Pacquiao. Pacquiao came in there with the intent that this man could hurt me, so I got to show him that he can't. That's what I got from what I saw.
He took his best shots.
Right. And showed him you can't hurt me. But all that came from what? Good what? Training. If he would have just thought he was Bruce Lee and went in there and didn't train, like, oh, you just mediocre Cotto would have told him out the frame.
You can do that with mediocre fighters.
But you can't. He do that with Cotto. So what they tell you?
He did do that with Cotto.
Cotto's not a mediocre fighter. He trained for Cotto.
He's sitting here looking like this. Hey, give it to me. Give it to me.
How was he able to do it though?
Cotto at that point in time was like, you know what? I'm not the best. I am not who I think I am. That's in life, brother. Let me teach you something.
No,
man, dude. In life, it's all about being honest to others and being honest with yourself.
Oh my God.
At that point in time, Miguel Cotto realized that he had to be honest with himself. He had to realize
he didn't lie. He said he got beat. And he also said that he harder than Mayweather. He also said that he whooped his butt. He didn't get his that butt. What I'm saying is he never denied it. Yes, all I'm just displaying the point is you wouldn't have got that level of greatness out of Pacquiao if it wasn't Cotto.
Bull crap. Bull honky.
Like I said, the only reason he was able to take them punches because he was trained to take them punches. Because everybody know Cotto's signature punch is what?
To the body.
All right then. So in order to do that, he had to train for Cotto. So if he didn't do that, so you telling me if he would came in there
is all Manny Pacquiao did was take the leg away from the one-legged horse.
No, he had to set it up, but Manny was too fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one-legged horse got beat.
But he still trained for it.
The one-legged horse.
He wasn't one-legged though. And you know Cotto wasn't a one-legged horse. Huh?
I could beat a one-trick pony.
You're not gonna beat no. Even if Cotto was one-trick pony, you're not gonna beat no Cotto. He know how to set that trick up.
I'm not. Me physically, no, not right now. I got brain damage. I can't do that. I got a family to feed. I can't do that. But at the same point in time, Cotto is not what you think he is. The same way he's not the same way that Earl Spence is not what you think he is.
I'm not saying where your mental is. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying dude is better than Pacquiao. All I'm saying is that style brung the best out of Manny Pacquiao by making him, by making him take him seriously. I don't know how you don't see that. The man came in there ready for war, standing there taking punches in the gut. Who does that?
And he was
Manny's never done that to nobody else.
No, Manny was visibly disappointed. He was disgusted in that man's display. He was disgusted. I was too. I was ready to vomit.
Oh my God. All right.
Speaking of disgusting. Michael Coppinger came across some information.
Yeah, let's give him some context, man. Let's give him some context before we just jump into that.
Sometimes I'll take it.
Okay.
Sometimes we have these notions that boxing is rigged, things are fixed, and yesterday I believe I did a good job of kind of deadening a lot of these conspiracy theories. But when the conspiracies turn out to be facts with evidence, witnesses, and things like that, they're harder and harder to ignore because it's tangible. It's something you could touch, it's something you could read, and it's something you could feel. This brings up Charles Conwell. You want to know who he is? He represented our country in 2016 in the Olympics. Young man was told to fake a hand injury so he could get out of a fight and potentially make more money in the next fight. That's a bad look. That's a bad look.
Wow.
It's a foul look. It is very, very disappointing to hear something like this come out on the eve. Well, not even really on the eve, but the aftermath of Mr. Earl Spence catching his injury.
Real.
What he explained is certain things, certain injuries on boxers are hard to prove by the doctor, which brings into question a lot of the things that have been going on recently with fights getting canceled, fighters bowing out, this, that. It's things that make you say,
Big time, Because what was said was basically he was ready to go to fight. He was supposed to make $40,000 off of a fight. His manager, not his promoter, his manager said, "You know what? I want to take you out of that fight, and I got you on the Triller card coming up with Teofimo and Cambosis. You'll make $80,000." So the young man said, "Well, can I fight both fights?" The manager says, "No. Tell him you hurt your hand." As a person that love this sport, and sometimes I hate it, bro, because stuff like this that give the what's the word I learned to know, detractors, gives them something to just say, gives them something to go off of and run. I told you that's why I don't watch boxing, and then that spread like wildfire because this stupid manager, and I will say that, tells this dude, and like, not only that the man didn't get a chance to make the money. Oh, we didn't say that, did we? He didn't, because remember, y'all, if y'all remember, the Teofimo fight had got put on hold because they said he had C-19, remember? Then after that, he was like, "I'm not going to Australia." Now the WBA is saying, no, it can't go over there because of the lockdown situation, something like that or whatever, right? So this man still has not made the 80 grand that he was promised. On top of that, he missed out on 40 grand, which is 120 total. Also, his half brother was supposed to fight on the undercard as well, and he was supposed to make 15 grand. And because the manager pulled him out, they said, "We don't want none of the fighters." So he messed up his little brother's payday. Hence is kind of why the reason he's opening his mouth, because he feels terrible. Now he has another fight coming up for like 8 grand on a Jake Paul and who he fight, Woodley.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna fight an undercard under there. I'm gonna check him out. But to hear that this manager did that, it begs the notion of where's the rules for them? Should he be banned from boxing? Right? I feel like he should be fined and whatever, because that's fixing stuff. It makes you feel like Teofimo was lying about C-19 because they share the same manager.
They share the same manager,
right? You don't want to go over there and fight. Say you got C-19. It makes you feel like when Tyson Fury said that he got C-19, because the one line that the young man said, he said the reason we chose the hand is because the hardest thing for another person to prove. The latest thing that's harder for any person to prove is what? C-19. Now, I'm not trying to mix all that together, but all I'm saying is last night we was talking about conspiracy. By the way, if you're not subbed up to In the Red Corner Boxing with Polo J, he goes live through the week frequently. We have in-depth conversations over there about real life and boxing. But then I read this. We read this article today, and it's confirmed, not a conspiracy, that managers are basically telling boxers, because I'm gonna say managers because this one is doing it. It's been going on. It's been going on. And it's time for that sanctioning body to get a hold. Whatever sanctioning body or not sanctioning body, commission, whatever state it was in, when it was supposed to happen, they need to get a hold of that manager. Start showing some accountability, because it takes away from the fun of this sport that I love. Okay, and I was a big questioner of should your manager be your promoter and pay, right? Well, at least you ain't got to keep track of one person then. So my apologies to Dana White because the young man has shout out to Lou DiBella. I love Lou DiBella. I don't know the co-promoter and then his manager. The manager's telling the boxer to do one thing, but the promoters don't know what the heck going on. So they're getting lied to as well. And the only person that may get burnt out the situation is the boxer. That's crazy, y'all.
And the guy's name that you're looking for is Tony Holden.
Tony Holden. Okay, got you. So you get what I'm saying? It makes perfect sense, but at the same time, it makes no sense for no repercussions to be done.
You know,
None.
The systems are meant to be torn down over a period of time. Systems are like, I want to say like empires, like great civilizations. That's what I compare systems to. You know, Rome had its season. It had its time in the sun and it had to fall. Egypt had its time in the sun and it had to fall. Britain, France, Germania, the Persian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Mao Dynasty, all these different types of dynasties and empires had their time in the sun, their time to shine, and then that was it. I say all that to say that boxing, the system, I love boxing. I love it with a passion. Boxing, with this news coming out, and it's not getting any attention because people are choosing to overlook it because why should they care? Because their pockets are greased. Boxing is somewhat on its last legs. I'm just going to flat out say it. This is just my opinion. It's my opinion. Boxing is on its last legs, and it's time for a revamp. It should be no reason for a sport that has put out more superstars, more world-renowned, basically artists. That's what boxers are, in my opinion. They're artists. To be overshadowed by a sport like MMA. Not knocking anybody in MMA, but I just think it's more brutish than boxing is. I think boxing is a little bit more gentlemanly like. It's no reason for it to be overshadowed by a sport like baseball. When baseball has its own issues, tarring the bats and greasing the balls and juicing the balls, all these different things. Football, you can't even tell if a catch is an actual catch anymore. Basketball, everybody that has a max contract is going to be on the same team within the next 2 years.
The refs.
And the horrible, and it's been proven with the NBA that there's been fixed basketball games and referees betting on them. There is no reason for boxing to be lower on the totem pole near the bottom the way it is. But with this news, I see why. I see why. This is not the 1930s. There's no real mob involved. This isn't the 1940s. Oh. I mean, I said not for real. Forgive me.
He said that.
Not really involved. Somewhat involved, but you know what I'm saying. This is just a bad look. Until the whole system is torn down, we get some of, I really hate to say this, but I have to say what's on my mind. Until some of the old blood is purged and we get some new fresh eyes, fresh referees, fresh judges, fresh promoters, fresh managers, fresh people in a lot of these bodies, these entities, boxing is going to be continuously in a terrible state.
Too many hands trying to go in the same cookie jar. Too many. So maybe Dana is on to something.
Maybe,
just maybe, His fighters don't make as much, which I feel they should, right?
Mhm.
But his system is proved to be a whole lot better than his boxing system.
You know, boxing, everybody's trying to eat off the same chicken leg.
Mm-hmm.
Over there in MMA, it's portioned out correctly.
At
No
least they
matter
know
how
what they
much we
get when
don't
they
like
get
to,
it,
they still eating. Not
and they
somebody's taking.
fighting.
Yeah, not everybody over there is taking one big bite and then passing it on to somebody right before somebody gets a nibble. It's snatched out their hand. It's
Right.
it's a tough spot. It's a tough spot. It needs a purge.
Yeah. All the way through. Actually, one sanctioned body at a time. WBA, anybody? WBC? All of them. Each one needs to fine. I'm not saying turn them down. I'm gonna say fine tune what needs to be tuned up. Tighten the nuts that need to be tightened up.
So you're
Right.
saying it's up to the sanctioning bodies to
Replace the
rebuild the
parts that need to
credibility of
be
the sport.
replaced.
Yeah.
Huh?
So you're saying it's up to the sanctioning bodies to rebuild the camaraderie and the credibility
Yeah,
of the sport.
because that's what it all boils down to. That's what it all boils down to because they're the ultimate goal, right?
That's true.
That belt brings money, especially that green strap, that WBC strap. So, and they're giving the questions because you know what I'm saying. It shouldn't be so easy for a manager to say, "Oh, just tell me your hand hurt," right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like me saying, "Are you hungry? Oh, I'll go steal a candy bar," and then you get caught by the cops. You think it was nothing. I did what my manager said, and you go to jail. I'm not gonna go to jail. That's why I'm hoping people don't look down on that young man because he a new fighter and he was only doing what he was told.
And don't look down on all managers.
No,
I
no, no, not by far.
I know there's
Not by
some
far.
managers out here that are doing their absolute best. And even with the sanctioning bodies, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of good people in these sanctioning bodies who see the same things that we see. And but they're trying to come up with a plan on what to do and how to fix things. It's
Right.
just either it's falling on deaf ears or leadership is just trying to figure it out also with them because we got to remember we're dealing with a bunch of individuals that move as a collective.
Right.
So and that's always the hardest thing. So hard. Dang.
It is what it is, man. Hey, y'all, do us a favor, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button at GMT Boxing. Make sure you go over to in the red corner boxing, hit that subscribe button. All right. We are broadcasting on 3 channels right now. So if you can go to each one, do the same, and hit that like button for us, man. It helps us grow, helps the algorithm. Let them know. Send people our way, man. Um, Again, because without y'all, ain't no us. But we are at the last bit of our show. Let me say what's up to the sponsors. Shout out to New Growth Realty. You see it right here at the bottom in this box. If you need a house and you live in Missouri or Georgia, or if you need assistance in Illinois, make sure you get New Growth Realty LLC a call. The phone number is 314-448-9113. They're changing the community one home at a time. Again, their phone number is 314-448-9113. Salutes to New Growth Realty, y'all. Now, like I said, y'all, man, hopefully we can get that weigh-in um on Friday, you know. But hey, you still finna get these vids. We finna feed y'all these vids. So keep supporting. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see us grow, you know, like we want to see y'all grow, we appreciate it, man. All day. You got anything, Polo?
No, I actually don't have anything today. I don't have anything.
You sure? You should apologize to Kodo. Oh my God, y'all see this, man? All right, y'all, man. We up out of here, yo, man. This dude done lost his mind. He ain't gonna apologize. I don't know what to say. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I feel
All
no
right, y'all.
shame.
Deuces.